Hi guys, let me just show you the keys to knowing how to deal with suspense accounts. So suspense, okay, the keys. So there are things that they'll be telling you under suspense account. Let's start with overcast. Overcast is just like someone has overvalued something. Okay, for example, let's say purchases were supposed to be 10,000 and someone writes it as 20,000. Someone has overvalued these purchases. So what do we do so that these purchases goes back to its normal? What we just do is we credit purchases and debit suspense with the difference, which is 10,000, both sides. So when you do this, then you've actually corrected an error, because the reason why we're crediting purchases is because purchases is always debited. So by bringing the 10,000 to the credit side, it means that you've subtracted 10,000. In accounts, when you make a mistake, for instance, let's say when you make a mistake, you write 10,000, okay, but you were supposed to write, let's say, 10,500. We don't rub this off. What we do is just debit the purchases account with 500, then which means it will go back to its original. That's the reason why we take things to the credit and to the debit so that we balance it up. Let's talk about the same overcast, and we say sales was overcast by 20,000. What do they mean? Sales is too much with 20,000, but so what are we going to do to remove this 20,000? What we are going to do is we are going to debit sales because it is always credited, and credit suspense with 20,000 so that we can come to an agreement. Now, another thing that you must know is that sales and all incomes are treated the same way. When we overstate sales and we overstate incomes, it is the same way. We gain the same treatment. Then purchases go with expenses because these two are debited in the trial balance and they have a debit balance in their accounts. Lastly, let's talk about the undercast. If they say something has been undercast by a certain amount of money, it means that there's a shortage. So if, for example, they say sales was undercast with 10,000, what do they mean? There's a shortage on the sales side with this 10,000. Remember, sales is credited, so we're going to credit sales with the same amount and we're going to debit suspense. To each and every debit entry, there must be a credit entry. That's what we're doing with the same amount. Provided that purchases was undercast by 10,000, meaning that we must debit purchases with the same amount and credit suspense with 10,000 for us to correct this error. So this is basically the tips that you must know about suspense account. All the best in tomorrow's test.